The year is 2387. Earth burns under alien occupation. The Dominion fleet, a massive alliance of 12 alien species, has crushed human resistance across the galaxy. Their ships block out the sun above New Geneva. Humanity's last stronghold. Captain Jake Morrison stands on the command deck of the underground bunker, watching holographic displays show the grim reality. Red dots mark Dominion positions everywhere. Only 3 human ships remain operational, hidden in asteroid fields. The civilian population has dropped to barely 2 million across all human colonies. "Sir, we're receiving surrender demands again," reports Lieutenant Amy Brooks, her voice steady despite the hopeless situation. The aliens want humanity to submit, completely become slaves in their vast empire that spans half the galaxy. Morrison thinks of his daughter Lisa, evacuated to the outer colonies before they fell. He thinks of the billions already dead. The alien commander, General Vex of the reptilian craft species, has given them one final ultimatum: surrender in 24 hours or face total extermination. The human military leaders gather in the war room. Admiral Tom Hayes, scarred from countless battles, spreads out tactical maps. "We have 847 active soldiers left. They have 200,000 troops on the surface alone." Dr. Helen Park, the chief scientist, speaks up. "The quantum drives we've been developing. They're untested, but they might give us an edge. If we can surprise them. Morrison studies the data. Every simulation shows the same result: total human defeat. But something burns in his chest, the same fire that drove humanity to the stars. "We've never been good at accepting impossible odds." The team works through the night. They modify their 3 remaining ships with experimental quantum drives that could let them strike anywhere instantly. It's desperate. It's probably suicide. But it's the only chance left. As dawn breaks over the ruins of New Geneva, Morrison addresses his troops. These men and women pilots, Marines, engineers, represent the last hope of their species. "Today, we don't fight to win," he tells them. "We fight to show them what happens when you corner a human." The first phase of their desperate plan begins. While the main force creates a distraction, a small team led by Sergeant Mike Torres infiltrates the alien supply depot. The Dominion forces are confident, lazy even. They don't expect resistance from such a primitive species. Torres and his team move like shadows through the occupied city. They plant charges on fuel lines and weapon stockpiles. The aliens have superior technology, but they've underestimated human cunning and desperation. Meanwhile, Dr. Park makes a breakthrough in the bunker. The alien communication networks use quantum entanglement, but humans have learned to interfere with it. "If we can disrupt their coordination at the right moment. She explains to Morrison. As the 24-hour deadline approaches, Morrison makes his final preparations. The 3 modified human ships power up their experimental drives. The quantum signature is unlike anything in the galaxy, pure human innovation born from necessity. General Vex contacts them one last time. His scaled face fills the screen, confident and dismissive. "Your species has fought bravely, but this ends now. Surrender, and we will allow some of you to live as workers." Morrison looks at the alien general with steady eyes. "General, you made one mistake. You assumed we'd give up." He cuts the transmission. The final countdown begins. 3 ships against an entire fleet. 847 humans against 200,000 aliens. Every tactical analysis says it's impossible. But as Morrison gives the order to launch, something shifts in the quantum field around Earth. The Dominion sensors detect the human ships powering up, but the readings are wrong. The energy signatures don't match any known technology. For the first time in years, uncertainty creeps into alien communications. Dr. Park activates the quantum interference system just as the human ships engage their experimental drives. Space itself seems to bend around the small vessels as they prepare to make their move. Morrison grips his command chair as reality warps around them. This is humanity's last throw of the dice. Win or lose, they'll make sure the galaxy remembers what happened when hope was gone and human soldiers struck back. Stage is set for the impossible. 3 ships carrying the dreams of a dying species prepare to change everything. Asterisk. The 3 human ships vanish from normal space in a flash of blue light. General Vex stares at his command screen in confusion. His tactical officer, an insectoid hive species member, clicks rapidly. Sir, they've disappeared from all sensors. This technology is unknown to us. Morrison feels his ship stretch through dimensions that have no name. The quantum drive tears holes in reality itself, allowing instant travel anywhere in the galaxy. But the power requirements are massive. Each ship can only make 3 jumps before their cores burn out. First target acquired, reports pilot Dan Clark as they emerge behind the main Dominion battleship. The massive alien vessel stretches for miles, bristling with weapons that could destroy planets. But its shields face forward, expecting a frontal assault. The human ships strike like lightning. Their simple kinetic weapons, upgraded with quantum cores, punch through the battleship's hull like paper. Explosions chain through the alien ship as Morrison's team targets the power systems. Dr. Park identified. Admiral Vex roars orders as his flagship shudders under attack. Impossible. How did they get behind us? But before his gunners can respond, the human ships vanish again, leaving only destruction in their wake. On the surface, Sergeant Torres and his infiltration team watch alien troops panic as their command ship burns in orbit. The explosions Torres planted earlier begin detonating across the city. Fuel depots explode in massive fireballs. Weapons stockpiles detonate in chain reactions. Now that's what I call fireworks. Torres grins as he leads his team toward their next objective, the alien communication array that coordinates the entire occupation. Force. The second quantum jump brings Morrison's ships to the Dominion supply fleet hiding behind the moon. These vessels carry food, ammunition, and reinforcements for the occupation. Without them, the alien army on Earth becomes trapped. Lieutenant Amy Brooks coordinates the attack from her gunner position, targeting their fuel tankers now. Sir, the quantum-enhanced weapons tear through the supply ships like they're made of glass. In minutes, the entire fleet is burning wreckage, but the quantum drives are failing faster than expected. Sparks fly from control panels as the exotic technology pushes beyond safe limits. Chief Engineer Bob Lee shouts over the alarms. Captain, one more jump and these drives are dead. We won't be able to get home. Morrison makes the hardest decision of his life. Set course for the Dominion homeworld. His crew stares at him. Earth is 50 light-years away, a journey that would take months with normal drives. They're choosing to sacrifice themselves for one final strike. Dr. Park's voice crackles over the comm from Earth's bunker. Jake, we're detecting massive quantum distortions across the Dominion fleet. Your attacks are disrupting their technology somehow. Keep hitting them. The truth becomes clear as Morrison studies the sensor readings. The alien ships all use quantum communication networks to coordinate their vast empire. But human quantum drives operate on a different frequency, one that interferes with alien systems. We're not just attacking their ships, Morrison realizes. We're jamming their entire command structure. Across the galaxy, Dominion forces begin losing contact with their commanders. Ships drift helplessly as their navigation systems fail. Ground troops find their weapons powering down as the quantum interference spreads. Through alien networks, General Vex watches his empire crumble in real time. Reports flood in from dozens of star systems. Human attacks are somehow crippling technology that has dominated the galaxy for centuries. How is this possible? They're primitives. But humanity has always been different. While aliens perfected existing technology, humans create new solutions from desperate necessity. The quantum drives aren't just weapons. They're a completely new branch of science that no alien species ever discovered. The third and final jump brings Morrison's ships to the edge of the Krath homeworld, deep in Dominion space. The quantum drives are burning out, but they have enough power for one last strike. The massive alien fleet guarding their capital world scrambles to respond. Morrison opens a channel to broadcast across the galaxy. His voice carries through the quantum interference to every Dominion ship, every occupied world, every alien commander who thought humanity was finished. This is Captain Jake Morrison of the Human Defense Force. You came to our world expecting an easy conquest. You found out what happens when you corner a species that refuses to die. The human ships dive toward the alien homeworld as their quantum drives overload in a brilliant cascade of energy. The interference wave spreads outward at faster than light speed, carrying a simple message across the galaxy. Humanity is far from finished. Asterisk. The quantum wave hits the Krath homeworld like a tsunami of disrupted energy. Every alien ship in orbit suddenly loses power as their quantum networks crash. The massive defense platforms protecting the planet go dark one by one. For the first time in 1,000 years, the Dominion capital lies defenseless. Morrison's ship, the Last Hope, shudders as its quantum drive finally burns out. They're stranded in enemy space, but they've accomplished the impossible. Around them, alien vessels drift helplessly as their crews struggle to restart systems never designed to handle quantum interference. Sir, we're receiving transmissions from across the galaxy, Amy Brooks reports, her voice filled with amazement. Human resistance cells everywhere are reporting the same thing. Alien forces are losing coordination. Back on Earth, Dr. Park watches her instruments with growing excitement. The quantum interference isn't fading, it's spreading and strengthening. The alien networks were more connected than we thought. She tells Admiral Hayes, we've created a cascade failure across their entire empire. Sergeant Torres and his team reached the alien communication array in the ruins of New Geneva. The massive structure that once coordinated the occupation now sparks and fails as quantum static fills its circuits. But Torres has a different mission now. Can you get this thing working on human frequencies? He asks his technical specialist, Corporal Lisa White. Maybe, but why would we want their equipment? Torres grins. Because we're about to steal their empire. Across the galaxy, isolated human colonies thought lost forever suddenly find their alien occupiers confused and powerless. On Mars Colony 7, farmer-turned-resistance leader John Smith rallies the survivors. For 3 years, they've hidden in underground tunnels. Now they emerge to find alien troops wandering aimlessly as their equipment fails. The Dominion fleet above. Mars can't communicate with each other or their homeworld. When Smith's ragtag group attacks with simple kinetic weapons, the aliens discover their energy shields won't activate. Their advanced weapons remain silent. Similar scenes play out on dozens of human worlds. The quantum interference has reduced the mighty Dominion military to scattered groups with failing technology. But humans, raised on worlds where things break down regularly, know how to fight with basic tools. On the Krath homeworld, General Vex faces a crisis beyond his understanding. His advisors from 12 different alien species argue frantically as reports pour in of defeats across the galaxy. The inferior human technology somehow counters everything they have. Sir, reports his Hive tactical officer, we're receiving a transmission from the human vessel. They're offering to negotiate. Morrison appears on the main screen, broadcasting from his crippled ship surrounded by dead alien vessels. Despite being outnumbered 1,000,000 to 1 in the heart of enemy space, he looks calm and confident. General Vex, my name is Captain Jake Morrison. I believe we need to talk. The alien general's scaled face shows fury and confusion. You've destroyed our communication networks. Your primitive technology has crippled our entire empire. That's right, Morrison nods. And it's going to stay that way until we reach an agreement. Every minute you wait, more of your forces lose contact with command. How long before your empire fractures completely? Meanwhile, on Earth, the tide has turned dramatically. The alien occupation force, cut off from supplies and reinforcements, faces human soldiers who fight with desperate courage. The alien superior numbers mean nothing when their weapons won't fire and their vehicles won't start. Admiral Hayes coordinates the global counterattack from the bunker. All units, the enemy is blind and deaf. Press the advantage while we have it. But Dr. Park makes an even more important discovery. Admiral, I'm analyzing the quantum interference pattern. It's not just jamming their communications, it's rewriting their technology at the quantum level. They can't simply restart their systems. The implications hit Hayes immediately. You mean this is permanent? As long as our quantum drives exist anywhere in the galaxy, yes. We've made their technology obsolete. Across human space, colonies that haven't heard from Earth in years suddenly pick up Morrison's broadcast. Hope spreads like wildfire as the message reaches every hidden human settlement. The impossible has happened. Humanity struck back when all seemed lost and somehow changed the rules of the entire galaxy. On remote mining station Delta 7, engineer Mary Jones leads 40 survivors in capturing an alien supply depot. The guard force of 200 aliens surrenders without a fight when their weapons fail to function. How? Asks the alien commander, a towering member of the warrior Sko species. Mary shrugs. We're humans. When something's broken, we fix it. When someone tries to kill us, we find a way to kill them first. Your people just learned that the hard way. The quantum revolution spreads beyond military targets. Alien trade networks collapse as ships lose navigation. Dominion colonies lose contact with their governments. The galaxy's most powerful empire crumbles as human ingenuity transforms the battlefield. Asterisk. 3 days after the quantum strike, the Dominion Empire faces complete collapse. Admiral Hayes watches the tactical display in amazement as red enemy markers across the galaxy turn yellow, then green. Entire alien fleets are surrendering to human forces. They outnumber by thousands to one. Sir, we're receiving surrender offers from 47 alien military commanders, reports Lieutenant Brooks from her new position in Earth's command center. They're requesting safe passage in exchange for laying down their weapons. Quantum interference has created a cascade effect beyond anyone's imagination. Morrison's desperate strike didn't just jam alien communications. It revealed a fatal weakness in Dominion technology. Their entire empire depended on quantum networks the humans accidentally learned to disrupt. On the Krath homeworld, General Vex faces his worst nightmare. Half his species' colonies have gone silent. The other half report human uprisings as their occupation forces lose the ability to fight back. His own fleet orbits helplessly above his planet as Morrison's small ship dictates terms. Your empire is finished, Morrison explains during their negotiation. Every day the quantum interference spreads further. Soon you won't be able to coordinate anything beyond a single star system. But Morrison isn't interested in revenge or conquest. As the son of diplomats, he understands that lasting peace requires something more than military victory. However, we're prepared to offer you a solution. The proposal shocks every alien leader who hears it. Instead of demanding surrender, humans offer partnership. Dr. Park has discovered that human and alien technologies can work together if properly integrated. The quantum interference that cripples alien systems can be reversed, but only with human help. Think about it. Morrison tells Vex, your empire could be stronger than before, but it requires treating humans as equals, not slaves. Across the galaxy, the effects ripple outward. On Centauri Prime, the massive alien mining operation that enslaved human colonists for 5 years suddenly grinds to a halt. The human workers, led by former teacher Anna Davis, find themselves guarding alien supervisors whose equipment no longer functions. But Davis surprises everyone. Instead of seeking revenge, she organizes mixed teams of humans and aliens to keep the mining operation running. "We need to eat too," she explains to confused alien overseers. "Let's figure this out together." The psychological impact proves as important as the military victory. For decades, aliens viewed humans as technologically inferior primitives. Now they discover that human innovation works in ways they never considered. Desperate necessity has driven human science into completely new directions. On Mars, John Smith's agricultural rebellion has grown into something unprecedented. Human farmers work alongside alien technicians to create hybrid systems that combine human, quantum technology with alien agricultural equipment. Crop yields double as the two technologies merge. "Turns out we make a good team," Smith tells the former alien occupation commander. A plant like being named Grove, the alien's translation device flickers as it processes human idioms. But the meaning is clear. The Dominion's client species begin making their own decisions. The insectoid hive, always practical, are the first to approach humans directly. Their queen sends an ambassador to Earth with a simple message: "We wish to learn your quantum science." Admiral Hayes finds himself negotiating with beings he was fighting days earlier. The hive offer advanced medical technology in exchange for quantum drive specifications. Similar deals follow with a dozen other species as the Dominion's iron grip breaks down. But not everyone accepts the new reality. A faction of the reptilian Kroth, led by War Commander Dax, refuses to negotiate with inferior humans. They gather the few ships still functioning and launch desperate attacks on human colonies. These attacks fail spectacularly. Human defenders, now equipped with captured alien weapons, modified with quantum technology, easily defeat forces that once seemed invincible. The psychological effect spreads through remaining Dominion loyalists. "Resistance is futile." Morrison finally returns to Earth aboard a captured alien vessel, its systems modified by his engineering team to work with human quantum drives. The journey that once took months now happens in days, using hybrid technology that neither species could have created alone. Dr. Park greets him at the spaceport with incredible news. "Jake, we've made contact with 17 different alien species that want to break free from the Dominion. They're requesting human assistance in building quantum drives of their own. The galaxy is transforming faster than anyone imagined. The quantum revolution has broken the Dominion's monopoly on advanced technology. But more importantly, it's proven that cooperation produces better results than conquest." Morrison looks up at the sky where alien and human ships now patrol together, their hybrid designs representing something new in galactic history. "What do you think happens next?" Park smiles. "I think we're about to find out what peace looks like when nobody has to surrender. The impossible has become inevitable. Humanity's darkest hour has become the galaxy's brightest dawn." 1 year after the quantum strike, Captain Morrison stands in the Grand Hall of New Geneva Spaceport, watching species that were enemies work together as partners. The building itself represents the transformation human architecture enhanced with alien materials, creating something beautiful and functional that neither could have built alone. "The Galactic Council will now come to order," announces Admiral Hayes, now serving as the first human representative to the reformed government. Delegates from 43 species take their seats, with humans holding equal status among beings who once considered them primitive slaves. The Dominion Empire is gone, replaced by the Galactic Cooperative. The quantum interference that began as a desperate military strike has evolved into the foundation of a new civilization. Every species contributes their unique strengths, while human quantum technology binds it all together. Dr. Park presents her latest research to the assembled delegates. The quantum field generators are now operational in 700 star systems, she reports. Trade routes that took months now require days. Communication across the galaxy happens instantly. But the true miracle isn't the technology, it's the cooperation. The hive species contribute their biological engineering expertise. The Krath offer advanced metallurgy. The plant-like Botanians share agricultural innovations. Dozens of other species add their knowledge to the growing pool of galactic science. Morrison visits the former battlefield above the Krath homeworld, now home to the galaxy's first integrated shipyard. Human and alien engineers work side by side, creating vessels that would have seemed impossible just years ago. The ships combine human quantum drives with alien hull designs and hive biological computers. Captain Morrison calls Engineer Bob Lee, who stayed in space to help build the new fleet. You need to see this. They stand before the keel of the New Dawn, a massive exploration vessel designed by 20 different species. Its quantum core pulses with energy that can reshape matter itself. Its hull uses Krath armor that adapts to any environment. Its navigation system combines human ingenuity with alien precision. Where will it go? Morrison asks. Beyond the spiral arm, Lee grins. There are entire galaxies out there we've never seen. Time to find out what else is waiting. The changes run deeper than technology. On Earth, former alien occupiers have become teachers and students. General Vex himself works with human military academies, sharing centuries of tactical knowledge while learning human strategies. That defeated his empire. Your species thinks differently than any we've encountered, he tells Morrison during one of their regular discussions. You create solutions from impossible situations. We perfected what already existed, but you invent what never was. Sergeant Torres, now a lieutenant, leads joint training exercises where human and alien soldiers learn to fight together. The exercises rarely involve actual combat. The Galactic Cooperative has brought unprecedented peace as former enemies discover the benefits of cooperation. Turns out most species prefer trading to fighting, Torres observes. Who knew? On Mars, the agricultural revolution continues under John Smith's leadership. Hybrid farms produce food for dozens of species, while research stations develop new crops that can grow in environments no one thought possible. The red planet blooms with green gardens and silver cities. But perhaps the most important change happens in the outer colonies, where mixed communities of humans and aliens build something entirely new. Children grow up speaking multiple languages, learning science from hive biologists and philosophy from Krath scholars. These new generations see cooperation as natural, conflict as wasteful. Morrison returns to Earth for the first anniversary of what historians now call the Quantum Revolution. The ceremony takes place in the rebuilt city of New Geneva, where memorials honor the billions who died during the Dominion occupation while celebrating the peace that followed humanity's darkest hour. We came so close to extinction. Morrison tells the gathered crowd, which includes beings from across the galaxy. But sometimes it takes losing everything to discover what you're really capable of. The quantum interference that once crippled alien technology now powers a golden age of exploration and discovery. Ships equipped with hybrid drives venture into unexplored regions, making contact with new species who join the growing cooperative. Each new member brings fresh perspectives and capabilities. Dr. Park receives reports from the Frontier Daily. We found 17 new habitable worlds this month alone, she tells Morrison. And 3 of them already have intelligent life that wants to join us. As Morrison watches the sunset over New Geneva, alien and human ships dance together in the sky above. Children play in parks, where different species learn from each other. The university quarter buzzes with research projects that combine dozens of different scientific traditions. The galaxy is vast, full of wonders yet to be discovered and challenges yet to be faced. But humanity no longer faces them alone. The quantum revolution that began with 3 desperate ships has grown into something no one imagined, a future where cooperation conquers all obstacles. Morrison smiles as he watches the stars emerge, each one representing possibilities that seemed impossible just 1 year ago. When hope was gone, human soldiers struck back and changed everything. Asterisk,